Hi, I'm Rob Johnstone, and today I'm going to use some Forstner bits to make my plunge router super accurate. Check this out. Forstner bits are some of the handiest and most useful boring bits in my shop, and these wave cutters from Fisch are the best on the market. But how can a Forstner bit help me with my accuracy of my plunge routing? Well, first let me explain the problem. Setting the depth of cut accurately on a plunge router is really a pain. You have the router upside down, you're trying to measure the depth of the cut while adjusting the router, and it actually requires about 3 hands, but I only have 2. So I'm going to use a wave cutter bit to make super accurate borings in a piece of hardwood to use when setting my plunge or even my standard based router. Let me show you how. I marked out 8 locations for borings. They will be drilled to 8 of my most common depth settings, but of course the depth settings are up to you. Next, I mark the locations with a scratch awl and then sand the pencil marks away. And finally, I routed the edges just for fun. While it's not a requirement for sure, I decided to put a nice clear finish on this jig to help it stay flat. That's why I sanded the top and marked the holes the way I did. Finally, we get to do some boring. Now, I had mentioned earlier that these wave cutter bits were something special. They are scary sharp and made to exacting specifications. The wave cutter grind provides an extra sharp bit that lasts up to 3 times longer before they need to be sharpened. Luckily, my drill press makes it pretty easy to set the exact measurements for each of the depths. I chose 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, quarter, 3/8, 1/2, 5/8, and 11/16 inch deep. But as the board is 3/4 of an inch thick, the hole I bored for hanging it on the wall will let you set your router to 3/4 of an inch deep. If you're like me, there's no way you could remember the exact depth of each of these holes unless you write it down, which I'm going to do right on the jig. I also like to write the decimal equivalents of each of these depths as well. I hope you found this video and maybe this little jig useful. I'm Rob Johnstone from Woodworker's Journal. Thanks for watching.